Pony. And
Pony. Oh, okay.
It's kind of showcased to the world in 1974. So it's by an Italian designer called Giuseppe Giugiaro. And he designed the car, but the name was actually given by a citizen in Korea itself. So it was a competition, and Pony was a chosen name because it is small, but it's very fast. So at that time, so Pony was given to the car. And why we have Ioniq 5 here is because it share a bit of a significance. If you realize the two cars actually shares a bit of the same design. So the car and the colour itself, especially if you stand towards this side, you can see the slanting effect of the car mimics the pony. And one of the key design for the Ioniq 5, which resembles the pony, is actually these flashing headlamps. So nowadays you won't get to see these headlamps anymore in the car nowadays. In Singapore context, we do have the olden taxis, the black and yellow taxis. They used to have these headlamps. So what we did is we take inspiration for the headlamps here and we change it to the Ioniq 5. So if you have a closer look at the headlamps, it's made of square shapes. So tiny pixels is called parametric pixels. And this is a design element for our Ioniq brand. It can be found throughout the car, even at the charging spot. There's 4 squares. And in the steering wheel, normally cars have their logo in the steering wheel. If you look into the Ioniq 5 steering wheel, it's just 4 squares, which means H in Morse code.
Yeah, I can open up and see, right?
So no longer do we have the Hyundai logo, it's just for parametric pixels to resemble H in Morse code. So you can see here as well, there's parametric pixels all over the car. So these are the design elements of the car. So this car itself, the Ioniq 5, has won many prestigious awards. 2022 is World's Car of the Year, Electric Car of the Year, Car Design of the Year. And last year is Singapore's Car of the Year by SG Carmart and Straitstar Media.
Nice design.
So this is our very first Ioniq lineup. So we do have the Ioniq 6, I think you see it earlier on. There's a sedan car. And we also have the racing series, which is the N series class. So from here, let's go to the Ioniq Lounge. I can introduce to you our Ioniq brand. So this area is specially made for customers who want to purchase the car or just want to learn more about the Ioniq brand. Okay, so it's divided into a few sections. The one behind the glass door here, so sorry, they're actually fixing the screen at the moment. So what happens is actually this is our vehicle collection area. The customers will come in and on the screen itself will be flashed their name, so it's very customized experience, and they get to see a video where the cars will make from start to the end, how the robots come around.
Only the Ioniq 5, this model will be made here, right?
5, 6 and Robotaxi. So there's 3 currently.
How about the Kona?
Kona is not. Kona is not. So on the table you can actually see our car models. We have 5 colours in total for the Ioniq 5. And one of the special colours is actually the second one called Gravity Gold Matte.
This one?
This is the only matte colour that we have.
Matte colour?
It's a matte gold colour, but it's a bit of a silvery spin to it. Initially it was only meant for the first 100 cars, but now it's open to everyone.
Special edition.
Correct. If you're looking for special edition cars, those Ioniq 5 with the plate number EVS, right? Those are the special ones. EVS 1 to 100. The car plate and the car number will never separate. It's always together.
Okay, I understand.
And here we have our configurator. So configurator, what it allows you to do, right, is to find out more information about the car. So there's 2 specs here. And of course the trims and the colour. So when you go around, you can actually kind of see how the car will look like in different angle and in different light setting as well. Because sometimes it's harder for us to see what it looks like at night. So that's how the car looks like. We have the price summary, and when you click on summary, it brings you to this page with the different specs. And when you scan on this QR code, it's like an online purchase. So when you scan on it, it will give you all your road tax and your COE, all the divisions, and then you can make your purchase online.
Okay.
So it's a one-stop all.
Interesting.
And if you have a look on the other end, so if you're wondering how the cars are made, these are all the parts that makes up the entire Ioniq. So you have the car frame, the chassis, batteries, and the wheels as well.
I see. For the Ioniq 5 So in this factory here, they will assemble all these.
Correct. So it comes like this.
This is the battery
Yeah, so that's the battery pack. So this battery pack fits below the car.
Below the car.
It's nicely fixed there.
Okay.
So with that, it gives you a longer wheelbase, so you can have 2 front space.
And the wheel, this one on top. Quite easy,
Yeah, it looks like
like Lego
so you
like
can play
that.
around with it.
okay.
And
Understand.
over here we have the sustainability mode. So when you own a car, right, the electric cars, you're also part of sustainability because we use raw materials to convert it into materials of the car. So like corn was converted to biopaint. You have
Paint,
sugar cane into leather,
Oh,
and
leather.
plastic bottles into fabric.
Oh.
So raw materials. So when you get the cars for the ironing, right, you don't really have that strong chemical new smell. It's a very nice, especially those who are towards the vegan side, you can call it vegan leather as well. It's pretty strong, not as strong as the normal cars.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you can come over here. We have our merchandise area. So we don't have a physical merchandise store, but we have this area that is dedicated to items of the ironing. So it's divided into different spots. We have our pony heritage for our pony side. We have the smartphone collection, ironic brand, and freestyle. So if you look at the pony side, why do we have this? It's actually Korean culture. When they purchase a car, they will do this lucky ornament kind of initiative where they do prayers to make sure for a safe driving with the car. So they will put like money, fish, and even alcohol, and they do a bit of a prayer
Interesting.
just to get more good luck for the cars.
Wow.
And we do have the restyle. Restyle uses old car parts to make new items. So you can see all these car parts are turned
Car parts,
into keychains and pouches.
Okay.
And how we make the purchase is through the QR code. When you scan
QR
on
code.
it, it will give you the catalog online. The purchase, you send it to your house.
Okay.
So it's all about convenience nowadays.
Yes. Okay, good.
So some of the items also include, I think one of my favorite is this umbrella. Usually this is very heavy, very bulky,
Yeah.
but can have a go.
Wow, like
Lighter
that, really
than
like that.
the
How
folded
come?
umbrella.
This
So-
is so familiar. This part, what is this part?
So this blue part is actually magnetic.
Oh,
You can try to
magnetic.
stick it to the pole there. It does.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
There you go. So some of them actually receive
Okay.
this as a free gift lah from the SA. And there is a part in the car where it fits nicely, so it doesn't rattle around.
I see. It's very light, huh?
Correct.
Very light,
It's very lightweight. So this is part of innovative solutions into daily items. And speaking of innovative, we're going to go to our first experience with the Smart Farm thing. We went around a bit. So the Smart Farm is an initiative by Hyundai and Akisen, so local agriculture company. Why so we have this Smart Farm is to kind of showcase how we can be more sustainable using technology. So you can go around the Smart Farm. There's actually 3 zones. So over here you can actually see our vertical growing carousels. This is actually 5 meter tall. And these vertical carousels is what hold our vegetables. This is where they grow for about 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh.
So we can go through the first part, which is the seeding zone. Okay, so when we make our way to the seeding zone, right, you slowly start to see the robots. So there's 5 in total. This guy is the biggest one. It's a mega robot arm. And here is our seeding zone. So this is where most of the robots comes in lah. Have you tried the kiosk earlier on, sir?
Sure.
These
No.
2 kiosks.
No.
So these 2 kiosks will control the 2 robots.
Oh,
you can try
really?
here. We have 4 that we grow on the first block.
Oh.
Crystal green, romaine, and here we have mustard and Swiss chard.
Oh.
You wanna have a go?
Yeah. So if I like to grow means what I must select.
Yes.
Select. Okay, great choice. Yes.
Yes.
Plant the seed.
Will take a bit of time.
Take a time. Okay.
Yeah.
Then it will
Yes,
take
it
action.
will start to move. So it already starts to move. So you wait for this guy to move. The one behind that is called a transplanter robot. There you go.
Pick one of the seed.
Correct. So what it uses is actually a system called pneumatic system, which is similar to your vacuum cleaner at home. It sucks up the seeds, correct, and then it will put it into the tray.
Oh, so interesting. Just pick up one only.
So the needle are set to ensure that it picks up the seeds accurately. tray is actually 100 seeds. So you can see it's 100 sponges. So we times 4. Every day we grow 400 vegetables.
All this ah.
Yeah,
Got
all this
100
will be
meh? Like
filled.
that got 100.
Got
10 by
100.
10.
Yes, 10 by 10. So after that, what will happen is the tray will go down below here, germination box. 3 days, it's kept closed.
Like this lah, like opposite like that.
Opposite, yes, but it's closed. So it's
closed.
very dark,
Dark,
and
okay.
moisture
Oh,
retention. Because
okay.
you need the seeds to sprout.
Oh.
Then after that, that's what happens.
Then let it absorb the light.
Absorb the light and the water. So for 14 days, if you realize, from left to right, it gets greener towards the right side because it's the leaves and the stem that starts to grow.
Oh, this one how many days inside?
3 days.
3 days. 3 days then go over there.
14.
Wow.
So after 14 days, then they go to that corner there for the
Okay.
transplanter,
Oh.
where they will move the seedlings into the towers. Because if you leave the 100 here, then there's not much space for
Not much
everyone.
space.
Correct. So we
Okay.
need to transfer it. So
Transfer.
that's our transfer area.
Transfer area. Okay.
So
okay.
today we have done all the transferring in here.
Okay.
So what this robot is currently doing is to move the tray
Move
from one side.
One to.
Mm.
No.
Okay, so
Actually,
this is
actually like that human can also.
can.
Like
Actually,
cannot demonstrate like human. Okay.
So because why do we have it to be done by robots? It's fully automation, so they don't have to rely on humans. We don't have to take care of it. They will
Yeah,
run
they
on its
just auto run every day. The 400.
Correct.
I see.
We only come in only when there's technical issues,
Oh.
which rarely happens.
Cool.
Okay, so from here, if you go to
Okay,
the
let's-
growing,
let's-
the growing is on the other side.
Okay.
From tray to towers, that's how they go through.
Okay.
So here you see the younger ones.
Oh.
Go to the other side.
Okay.
Closer.
Okay.
So around here you have an up close view. So this entire system has about 568 towers.
Oh.
One tower can hold 8 to 10, depending on the crop size.
Like that lah, one tower lah.
One tower, the white strip. So this one is crystal green lettuce, so we have about 10, which
Also,
is quite small.
so in the tree, the robot will pick and put inside like that lah. Is it? Huh?
So
Okay.
they pick up the sponge, they squeeze inside here.
Squeeze inside here. The sponge also go in.
Yes, with the sponge, the white
Okay,
sponge.
okay.
So here we have the black sponge to hold it together lah.
Hold it together. But
And
this sponge got the nutrients for the.
nutrients comes in the water. So you see
Water.
the point, the red point there, right? The water is dripping. When it comes to hydroponics, the fertilizer is different from the old farming. So this one is water based. We add together
Water-based.
with the water.
Mix
they
with the
will
water,
recycle.
let the water flow.
Right, that's right.
Then the excess will flow down and
To
then
the
recycle.
canal. Yes, you got it.
Don't waste the
Correct,
good
exactly.
nutrients. Okay.
So this is why hydroponics is a new generation of farming.
Yeah. Is it suitable for any? These 4 is of course suitable, but most of the plants can
Can. Most of the plants can. If you're talking about like durian, that one cannot lah.
Cannot lah,
They need the strong tree.
Oh, but
So-
like that is better in the sense flexible, but maybe cost more lah. You have to
Correct.
dissolve the thing inside. Okay.
So the cost wise is more for running the actual thing.
Oh,
but
running.
in the long run, once you cover up the initial start of actually starting up this system, you can actually earn more.
Oh, I saw some other they do it, but of course they don't have all the robots so they will use the manpower, blah. But
Correct.
they still use the water, do the low cost way lah. Maybe
Yes.
the home.
Correct.
Okay.
So normally
Okay,
those
okay.
hydroponic systems, they do have a lot of manual things,
Sure,
but
sure.
it's still easier and it's not reliant on outdoors, right?
Correct,
so every
correct.
day you got constant stream of vegetables.
Correct. Then the lights is also special or normal
It's
LED.
lights.
Normal
for
lah.
here, if you realize those hydroponics outside, right, it's more of the pink purple
Pink
colour.
purple, yes.
Here, because it's an experience zone, we want you to see the entire system inside. If you use the pink and the
Oh,
purple, you cannot see.
Oh, if pink purple is optimum lah.
It's
Grow
optimum
faster
one,
lah.
correct.
Oh.
But here it's fine. They still grow.
Still okay,
You
yeah.
switch it on and off lah. 16 hours turn on, 8 hours you switch it off.
Oh.
You need to mimic
Normal day lah. Otherwise they grow.
too much.
Go
They
very
grow too fast.
too fast Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Come
here you
here.
can actually see the vegetables that we grow.
Oh, okay.
9 vegetables.
9 type
9
You
types.
rotate or not? Or always the 4?
The 4 will be on the first floor. The remainder ones will be on the third floor.
Okay.
So yeah, the seeds here are a bit small like this, right? So what happens is we do pelleted seeds. So that's why you see the ones at the seeding site, it's very similar. It looks just like these two, the seeding ones.
Oh.
Because these seeds actually, it looks like this, but it's covered. So it's
I
covered
see.
with clay mixture. It's like your almond chocolate.
Oh, why
Center
you
is almond
cover
and
to allow the robot to pick up lah? If not like that, too small,
too
right?
small, so it will damage or you just suck it up all the
I
way.
see,
So we
I
need
see.
to have a
Interesting.
parental seats.
So the actual one not so big lah. Okay.
Actual seats are not very big.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And just now you mentioned about the nutrients. So
Oh.
there you go, nutrients. Hydroponics will
Ah.
still remain nutrient A and nutrient B. And
So
we
I
have
want to ask, why is the Hyundai making this there? Because totally different.
good question.
Good question.
Good
Yeah.
So later when we go to the next part, you will see why it is here.
Oh, okay.
And this one is just to let you know why Smart Farm is here lah. So basically we are working with the government for the 30 by 30 program. So agriculture is one of the initiative part of the 30 by 30 because 10% of our food locally grown, 90% is import. So it's quite high.
Yes.
So they want to switch 10 to 30. So 20 by 20 30, so 30 by 30.
Okay.
And this entire Smart Farm, right, the size is, in Singapore context, is about 2.5 5-room BTO house. Not that big of a scale compared to other farming, but here we can grow vegetables rapidly, 4 to 6 weeks every day. We have vegetables coming in.
True.
Because indoor.
Indoor.
No rain, no shine.
But I
it
was
doesn't
thinking
affect us.
because your place here also have a lot of sunlight, wouldn't you do better with just like half? No need to be in the indoor, but once you have the robotic, let the natural sunshine. You will save on all the LED and power.
Can, but what if the sun doesn't come out for a whole month? Monsoon season.
So this is independent, huh?
Correct.
Okay.
No worries, I'll just explain you about the Smart Farm here. So yeah, just looking at the hydroponic system, this is what we use in this area. So we actually have a good question from Mr. here.
Yeah.
He asked why Hyundai has this Smart Farm in this factory. So we're going to go there and tell you why it's here. So shall we go over to the other side?
Thank you.
Okay. So right over here we have our mega robot arm. So the question as to why Hyundai has this farm in this facility. Now this mega robot arm functions in two ways. One, to help with car production. So our cars are made mostly by robots, about 80%. And the second function is to use in farming. That's why we have our Smart Farm here. So
Okay.
one robot functions two ways. We don't want to limit the capabilities of the robots just for car manufacturing,
I
but to
see.
use in other aspects. So we have it lah. This is running a track of 9 meters. Main function is to move the towers around. Because you can imagine this 5 meter tall. If you don't have the robot, how are we gonna bring
Or
it
move
down?
this thing over.
Yes. So all the different zones from the earlier seeding to growing and harvesting. So it's more busy towards the morning side, 10 a.m. That's where we take out all the vegetables that needs to be harvested and we put the ones inside.
Okay.
And last bit for this first floor Smart Farm is actually this harvesting zone. So in the first floor Smart Farm, we are not allowed to enter it. But
Okay.
you can enter the harvesting zone to do the harvesting process.
Okay. Oh, this is the one.
Correct.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a short activity. You can actually bring back the vegetables over here. Yeah, so we're gonna go into the harvesting area, especially the only non-restricted area. So we have 2 tables here. You can put your bags on the chair. So actually can harvest both since there's only 2. So yeah, we have more choices. Okay, so you can come to this area. Just careful not to cross over the line.
Okay.
This line. Because the robots are moving.
Okay, good.
If you are ready, the first thing you want to do is to actually open up the drawers. You will see drawing materials. You can write your name in the center, you can do some small design. If you need inspiration, you can have a look at the back. That was done by one of our staff. He took quite some time to actually draw the vegetables and the car. Yeah. So you can do a simple one. You just write somewhere here in the center, your name, and just some designs. And then you can go from there. Okay, so if you're done, first thing is you can grab the gloves and open up the paper bag. Just put one lah, on one hand. On this side. One. Okay, and I'm going to open up your paper bag so it's easier for you to put them in later. So what you're going to harvest today is called mustard. Mustard, and the other side is fish fry. So mustard is pretty unique. You don't usually see mustard plant in the stores. They don't sell it. They only sell mustard sauce and mustard seed. So mustard is pretty easy to grow, and there's a unique taste to it. So later you might have a chance to try it. So what you want to do is with your claw blade, the machine that grabs the fries, right? So what you want to do is use your finger, dip in between the sponge, and you'll see the white sponge here. Go all the way in, wiggle it out a little, and pull it out. So it comes out pretty easy. This was the white sponge that you saw earlier. Yeah, there you go. It's pretty easy. So once you're done, you can put on your paper. One you can harvest a bit more. You can go on the other side if you want to try the other one.
The other one.
This is called Swiss chard. So this has a bit of a different method. For this, right, go into it, wiggle your bit, unlock it, everything to the left, and then you pull it out. So this one can be used for stir fry, for soup. You might want to take at least two lah, with some fish or
Together.
the sun doesn't come out. Okay, you can just take it. So if you are done, what you want to do is just put it in one corner and you're going to fold it like your bouquet style. So it looks a bit nicely wrapped. Like that. Okay, and you can put it in your paper bag. So yeah, the kids actually went through the harvesting earlier on. So we were having a tour for the kids as well. They were a bit raw. They pulled out straight away. So it happens sometimes we have our customers who couldn't pull it out. They put too much force. The vegetable went up to the sea. It came down. So yeah, we told them it's a very gentle process. Don't have to be too rough. Okay, so yeah, you can just leave it like this. If you want to, you can also pull it back on top if you have the space, so it feels a bit, so it doesn't fall off. And then you can use the paper clip and the thread to just clip it. So it looks like your takeaway bag. That's all. So you can leave everything there. I'll start bringing it up for you later. Okay, and let's get up. So we're going to go to the third floor. So the harvesting process is very simple, right? So whatever vegetables you grow on the first floor, we keep it for this harvesting area for customers to experience. The remainder will be used in our restaurant, cafeteria, and surplus will go to local charities for donation. We do not sell the vegetables here.
Okay.
So in average, whatever we grow on the first floor can feed about 50 to 80 families.
Ooh.
Every single day, concentrate on vegetables. So let's head up to the third floor. We're going to take the up. after we cross this escalator, you can have a look on the right side. You see the entire top view of the smart farm. So it's like allocated spaces.
But it's completely fine.
And it's a first smart farm as well. Over here, just a sneak peek. So behind you have our restaurant called Now, which means emerging from the within. It's a very relatively new F&B concept. It's a collaboration with Freddy Motor and Chef Corey Lee. So in San Francisco, he has a 3 Michelin star chef restaurant. That's where he runs his original restaurant. And what's special about Now is whatever vegetables we grow on the third floor smart farm, we will use directly in Now every single day. So the staff will come in every morning, harvest what they need, and use it in the menu. And the menu is based on 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, winter. Every 4 months, it will change. So we just transitioned from the summer menu to autumn menu. It's a 4-course meal, and you can also see the earthen jars here. These are traditional earthen jars where we actually ferment our own kimchi and the sauces. So you have your soya sauce and your chili sauce here as well. So everything is in-house, especially for vegetables. We do not need to get supplies from outside. And you can go over here. So this is our 3rd floor smart farm. Okay, do you notice any difference between the 1st floor and the 3rd floor? There's 2 smart farms. So on the 1st floor we have the vertical towers. Here is a horizontal face stacking method. So here in the smart farm, why we have 2 different ones is the vegetables on the 3rd floor smart farm, some of them cannot grow in the direction below, which is vertically. They need to grow in the normal direction. So that's why we have here, and we grow all 9. So additional would be red coral lettuce, ice plant, kale, mizuna and sorrel. So we have all 9 here. And the seedlings actually start from the center. So from the center, that's where we have the baby seedlings. As they grow, you can actually see a constant growth rate to let you see a gradient effect of the growth. And it's just one whole smart farm. So we don't have the different zones. And the mega robot arm is the same ones. Instead of 9 meters, it is 12 meters. So it's slightly longer. And this method is good for growing vegetables that cannot grow in the direction below. So if you're using such method, you can grow strawberries, grapes. So it's not limited to just vegetables. You can even grow fruits. And from seeding to growing, and then we learn about the 3rd floor smart farm. So to end up our smart farm experience, we're going to go to the tasting lounge over there. That's where you get to taste the vegetables we grow.
Okay.
So can I press that? Have a seat, make yourself comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Can have a seat over here. It looks a bit like your teppanyaki place, but we don't sell any. We don't serve any meat here. It's gonna be a vegetable tasting similar to your wine tasting. We're gonna try the vegetables one by one. So today we have 4 vegetables prepared for you. So from the left to the right, that's what we're going to try. We have the crystal green, ice plant, sorrel and mustard. And we also have the tasting menu up front. You can have a look at the tasting menu. It will tell you the different vegetables that we grow here and the taste menu as well. And you have the water for you to sip on. So after one vegetable, sip on some water and then we transition to the next one. Okay? Anyone allergic to vegetables? Not liking, it's a different thing. When I always ask, you have allergy, they always say, I don't like vegetables. So it's a different thing. So when they don't like vegetables, tasting now is going to change your mind a bit because some of the vegetables have very interesting flavors. So shall we try the first one on your left? You can pick up the towels, click the ones on the left side, which is a crystal green lettuce. Yeah, so crystal green lettuce is a very common vegetable. That's why we serve it first to kind of get you into the vegetable tasting slowly. So crystal green lettuce is known to be the easiest vegetable to grow. If you want to start growing vegetables, start with the lettuce first. And it has a very I would say flat flavor, but a hint of sweetness. You notice it? Because we grow in the smart farm, we don't use soil. It doesn't interfere with the natural flavors. So that's the crystal green lettuce. Now the next one is called ice plant. Before you try, have a look at the plant. Do you notice the ice crystals?
Yeah.
Yeah, so on the plant itself, you will see it looks like it's frozen. It looks like it's cold, but it's actually not frozen water. It's how the plant naturally is. So you can flip it around, have a look at it closer. Those ice crystals are actually part of the plant. They're called bladder cells. And it makes it look like it's very cold, very frozen. That's why it's called ice plant. And ice plant is one of the hardest ones to grow here in the smart farm. You can try the ice plant. It has a very unique taste. What does it taste like? Crispy? Salty? Yeah, that's right. So it has a salty flavor. Why so? Because naturally, where this plant actually developed is from Namib Desert in Africa. The water source for these vegetables are seawater. So they are naturally salty. And even though it's salty, those patients, those high blood pressure, diabetic patients, is good for lowering it because it's naturally salty. And in the smart farm here, when we grow, it grows in one pan, like this, the black tray, right? We have some that grows very well, some that dies off. It's a very sensitive plant. You can't have too much water. You can't have temperature difference too varied. It needs to maintain. And it's quite expensive outside. Normally Japanese omakase, they like to serve it. If you have it and it's not salty, it's not naturally grown properly. It has to be salty. So from salty, now we're going to try the next one, which is the sorrel. So sorrel has a meaning in French, which is called sour. So we can try the sorrel. It has a very distinct flavor. So while you chew it, one way to describe sorrel easily is grape skin. The taste and the texture. When you eat grapes, right, the last bit is always the skins. So it tastes something like that, texture-wise and taste-wise. And for sorrel, when we prepare the sorrel, we have to be very careful. Especially for my uniform, it's white, right? Earlier on, you notice the red color vines. Those are the parts that are actually responsible for the sour taste. If the juices hit onto your white shirt, that's it. It will never wipe off. It's very strong staining. So in the past, the olden days, in Europe, they grow a lot of sorrel. That's how they manage to dye their clothes red in color or purple. So within a day, you will change from red, purple, blue. That's the last color. Oxidization. Okay, and we can have the last one, which is called mustard. Actually, both of you have the most intense flavor. How so? Earlier on, we harvested the mustard, right? If you look at it, the more curlier it is, the more spicy it's going to be like. So you can try the mustard. If you like sushi, Japanese food, it will remind you a bit of a wasabi taste. Maybe not the first bite, the second and third bite will hit you. It has the wasabi taste. And it's very, very spicy. Yours is the most clear ones. It's very intense. So mustard in Japan is used as a cheaper alternative in restaurants. It's very spicy, right? Can have more water to cleanse it out. So normally we see mustards in their seeds and their sauces. Your hot dogs, the mustard sauce, the yellow ones. So how they get this yellow sauce is actually the seeds. They grind it to become the sauce with other spices. And mustard, when you harvest a lot, you will get the spicy kind of like hint already, even before eating it. So it's good for, you harvested the mustard earlier on, right? Go home, if you have some meat, eat with meat. It's very good to kill off the greasiness. Yeah. So today we tasted for something novel, something salty, sour and spicy. So you see, vegetables have different flavors. So that's the wonders of tasting lounge here. So yeah, you can take your waters along with you, and we're going to go to the next part of our tour where we get to see the actual factory for Hyundai. Yeah, you can go around. Let's go. Which one do you prefer for the vegetables?
I like the ice
Ice
plant.
plant. It's very unique. The kids like it, and it's very hard to get. Normally they will sell it in small containers. So 100 gram is close to $10 per box. It's very hard to do.
May I know what is this car
Okay.
for?
So here we have our Robo Taxi.
Robo,
Taxi
oh.
is autonomous driving car. We do produce it in our smart factory, but it's exported to the United States. That's why you can see the driving side of it is on the left-hand drive. And this car is special. If you come up close, you can actually see it's signed by our Prime Minister, Lawrence Wong,
Okay.
during our opening.
Good.
So it's used in Las Vegas. In Las Vegas, they have the traffic lights where they allow these cars to actually roam around the area. So when you call for a taxi, if you choose autonomous driving, Robo Taxi will come without any driver, pick you up, send to your destination. But for safety reasons, you can't sit on the driver's side. Yeah, if anything happens, we still need to manual override sometimes. So it's the same car as the Ioniq 5, but it's just that this has more added security features to make it autonomous driving.
So for this, there's no driver needed, right? Or there's one
No
driver there
driver
just to
needed.
watch? No.
No driver needed.
No driver needed.
Unless when situation happens,
Ah.
like crash or it stalls. So if they can't reboot it through the
Ah,
system, then
okay.
the last resort is to get a
Okay.
driver to move the car.
Okay.
So on top of the car, we have the GPS system. You'll see a lot of tiny cameras going around for safety and security reasons. And it's matte white. So earlier on, we saw the matte Gravity Go matte. That's the only matte color for Ioniq cars for consumers. But for Robotaxi, especially, it's a matte color. It's a
Okay.
white.
Okay.
So that can go around, have a look, and
Yes.
shall we come into the factory to answer?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so over here is going to be all about our smart factory. That's where the Ioniq cars are made. And before we start the immersive program, I'm just going to do a short sharing on how the smart factory works. So you can have a look at the screen here. So what you're seeing currently is a traditional car factory that uses conveyor belt system. That means cars of the same type have to wait for their turn to be made. And this is self-production, which is what we adopt in our smart factory. So self-production allows us to be flexible in our production line and at the same time, allowing us to produce different mobility aids all at once. So we can be producing Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6, Urban Air Mobility and many more all at once in the same time. So self-production is the hardware highlight of our smart factory. The software that makes it special is the Meta Factory. So the Meta Factory is an exact replication of the smart factory in virtual space. It allows for continuous simulations. So for example, if our smart factory is facing an issue, a simulation of the solution can be run in a Meta Factory before we apply it to the smart factory. So this data-driven approach allows us to standardize our working processes, decrease the number of errors, and increase our efficiency rate. So thanks to the Meta Factory, we achieve hyper-automation of 65% in logistics and 46% in assembly. So this is the highest level of automation in the world in terms of a car factory, and the numbers are increasing even further. So here in our smart factory, we have a total of 179 mobile robots. And if you see closely, those are the mega robot arms that you see earlier on in the smart factory. So using a common command, in the smart farm, sorry. So using a common command program, we are able to seamlessly operate these different robots in various situations. So these are some of the robots used in the car production, and one of the famous robots will be here, Spot, our robot dog. So just as its name calls Spot, it will spot mistakes or things that are not done by our technicians to kind of trigger them to fix it before they get a clear to go to release the car to the next point. Alright, and here in Hyundai, we also believe in our brand vision of programs for humanity to ensure for a safer, smarter, and convenient working space for our engineers and technicians. And lastly, the unwavering spirits of progress shared between Hyundai Motor Group and Singapore is ingrained into our DNA, empowering us to take up new challenges and also push the boundaries of innovation. So as we embark on this journey together, we look forward to deep-rooted growth as we pave the route for a brighter future. So ladies and gentlemen, from root to route, let us progress onwards together. So that is our little slogan. And now I'm going to show to you a tutorial video on how to put them on. Afterwards, we're going to go through some of the features, then we put them on and we start the the virtual reality program. So have a look at the video.
The Hyundai Motors VR Factory Tour. Let me guide you on how to wear the headset. First, place the VR headset over your eyes and pull down the strap behind your head. Next, turn the dial on the back of the headset to fasten it securely in place. Please turn the dial at the bottom center of the headset until the visuals are clear and in focus. During the VR experience, you can interact by holding out your hand to touch buttons or move objects. If you have any difficulty wearing the VR headset or feel dizzy during the VR tour, please raise your hand for Guru's assistance. Thank you.
Okay, so let's go through some of the features on the VR goggles. So you can pick up the ones on the right.